insanlığın evrensel mirası olan şiirin...
Tonight, guided by the universal heritage of poetry and music, we gather to strengthen our bonds of peace, friendship, and mutual understanding. As an institute proudly named after Yunus Emre, the optimum of love and tolerance, we remember his timeless calling to humanity centuries ago. Come, let us get acquainted. Let us make things easy. Let us love and be loved. For this world belongs to no one forever. Today, we are proud to echo this message of peace and acquaintance in the Gambia, uniting the voices of different languages and cultures in a single hall. We truly believe that this elegant bridge of poetry will bring our hearts even closer together. I express my deepest gratitude to our partners who contributed to this beautiful evening, to all the representatives honoring us with their voice, and to our esteemed guests for being here with us tonight. Wishing you all an enjoyable evening filled with everlasting peace and friendship. Thank you.
Teşekkür ederim.
Here for a nice evening of culture. The Yunus Emre Institute is now functional in the Gambia since over a year, and a lot has been done and more will be done. And thank you very much to everyone and each of you for sharing your precious time with us. Yunus Emre is a great poet and a Sufi mystic person, and this philosophy of peace is something that we should nurture every day more when we see what is happening in the world. So I would really like to thank you and commend you for your time. And tonight is an exchange time. We will have nice music and we will interact with our colleagues. So I would like to very warmly welcome all our friends, the Dean, Guinea-Bissau Ambassador, Moroccan Ambassador, EU Ambassador, Chinese Deputy Ambassador, Ram Mohan, the Dean of the Honorary Council, of course Mr. Masri and Madame Maha, Lebanese Honorary Council, all other colleagues, and I would like to give a special thanks to Mr. Talib and his team for this important evening. I hope these will continue. The more the merrier, and of course I forgot we have the Bundung Honorable Justice from Bundung Court, and we are very honored, sir, by your presence. Thank you very much. He was in Turkey last year and he prepared a poem himself, The Difference. We will read his poem. Thank you very much for your attendance. Everybody, dear colleagues, thank you so much.
Moments of intercultural dialogue. Global recognition. UNESCO recommendation international translates and his continuing relevance in diplomacy and culture. Anatolia in the 13th century, a land at the crossroads. 13th century, Anatolia was a crucible of civilization. Seljuk, Byzantine, Mongol, and emerging Ottoman forces all converged on this land bridge between east and west. It was a time of extraordinary political upheaval, mass migration, and cultural famine. Fertile ground of mysticism. Amid conflict and uncertainty, Sufi brotherhoods or tariqas flourish as centers of spiritual refuge and intellectual life. The teachings of Rumi in Konya and Hajj Baktash Valley in central Anatolia created a rich spiritual landscape from which Yunus Emre would draw deeply.
India is a vast country with several languages, and we have about 24 official languages. And I've chosen a language called Tamil, which is probably the world's oldest, widest spoken language, the world's. And it's spoken by about 90 million people today all over India and the Southeast Asia. The poem is by a famous poet called Bharatidasan, from one of the most famous Tamil poets from the 20th century. He was known as a revolutionary poet and used poetry to promote social justice, human dignity, equality, and a vision of a peaceful and progressive world. So I'll first read out his poem in Tamil. It is not my natural language, but I'll make the best effort possible. And thereafter, I'll give you a translation of what he meant. So I start with saying, Pudiyattur Ulagam Sevum, Ketta Puridum Ulagatte Veridus Aipum, Pudu Udumai Kolai Tizai Etrum Serpum, Punidanamai Ade Engel Uriana Karipum, Idiat Melam Anbu Nirandabalai Valuvom, Inia Manida Neam Ulagastam Sepum, Pagamayam Neki Sagor Darar Agi, Pudia Amedin Padal Nadapum. What he means to say is, in English, is let us create a new world, let us uproot the world that lives by war, let ideals of common humanity spread in all directions, and let us guard them as we guard our own lives. Let our hearts be filled with love. Let human compassion unite the world. Casting away hatred, becoming brothers and sisters, let us walk the path of a new peace. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much to invite me to this important meeting to strengthen the interaction between people, culture, and community. Thank you so much. And then I take this occasion to send my warm regard to my colleagues, ambassadors, diplomats here present. I will talk about my own creation, talking about peace consolidation in Guinea-Bissau. O alicerce do amanhã, the foundation of tomorrow. O chão da Guiné-Bissau já não pede o pranto, pede o suor que se faz a terra brotar. The soil of Guinea-Bissau no longer asks for the tears. It asks for the sweat and make the land grow. Peace is no longer just a dream or a song. A paz não é sonho ou canto. É a casa firme que vamos fundar, de mãos dadas, do sul ao norte. It's the strong house we are going to build, hand in hand, from south to north. O ódio desfaz na voz de Gumbé. Consolidar a paz é o nosso norte. Erguer a Guiné sobre o amor e a fé. It disappears in the sound of the Gumbé. Gumbé is the Guinea-Bissau music. Fixing peace is our direction to build Guiné-Bissau one love and fight. A paz não é só o silêncio das armas, é ter justiça no peito e sossego na alma. Peace is not only the silence of the guns, it's having justice in the heart and peace in the soul. Thank you so much.
Good evening, Excellency Ambassador of Turkey, Excellency Ambassadors and Consular, Honorary Consular, and colleagues and friends. Thank you very much for inviting us, Ambassador, and thank you also for the Yunus Emre Institute for this important evening. This evening, I will present and share with you a poem titled "A Flower Bloomed in the Garden" by the Moroccan poet. His name is Mohammed bin Ibrahim Marrakchi, known as the poet of Red City. Marrakesh, we call it Red City because all the houses are painted with red color. Born in Marrakesh in 1897 and passing away in 1955, he is considered one of the most prominent modern Moroccan poets. His poetry was characterized by eloquence of diction and powerful meanings, especially peace and love. هذه القصيدة تنتمي إلى القصائد الرومانسية التي تمزج بين الحس الأرضي والإشراقة الروحانية، وتوصف القصيدة بجمال المحبوبة بنور سماوي، وترتقي بالحب الإنساني إلى مراتب التقديس والإعجاز. فتحت في روضها زهرة تبتسم لك، حلوة الحسن أرى حسنها قد شغلك، قد تجلت لك من نور رب العالمين رحمة علوية إنها الروح الأمين، وتناغى في ابتسام معاني النور فيه، وهي إما تبتسم كل شيء ترتجيه. قد أطلت نجمة في سماء العائلة، أنا نور البيت أضحيت إليكم قائلة، وارفقوا عندما قبلا تمطرها، لست تقوى وهي باكية تنتظرها. زهرة الروض الأريض بشد العطر اعبقي، وابسمي لي دائما واصبحيني واعبقي. اسفري عن طلعة التي حلف السهود، وبنور وجمال املئي هذا الوجود. يا ليلى ويا ليلى ويا ليلى ليلاي أنا وهي، لي معبودتي وهي لي كل المنى، ويا ليلاي مضى ربع الحول لها بسمت لي بسمة ما أجملها. قد بسطناها إليك ربنا كلتا اليدين، ابقي ليلى إليك ربنا كلتا اليدين، ابقي ليلى قرة لعيون الوالدين. بسمت لي بسمة عن ثغر أصغرا، ورنت لي رنوة بطريف أحورا. كعيون الطير إذا نظرت نحو العلاء، في نقاء وجمال وطهر وصفاء. لو تراها وهي نائمة في مهدها، وجميع النور والحسن أتى من عندها. وأنا أنظرها وعيوني من حنان، وبدا للكون ضمخ من ريح الجنان. عرفت الحب بها نهج قلبي فسلك، ليت شعري أليلاي هادي أم ملك. شكرا جزيلا. Thank you very much.
It's called Book of Songs. It's a collection of poems written about 2,500 years ago. And in fact, it's the first collection of poems written in the Chinese literature. And we all know Confucius. In fact, Confucius was living a little bit younger in this period. And it's supposed to be compiled by Confucius. And he was saying that if for somebody who has not read the Book of Songs, he is not in a position to speak properly. So this is the loose translation from Confucius. I would like to start with the first poem in this Book of Songs. Do you mind if I use Chinese or English? Maybe English is better?
I want to hear also Chinese.
The Chinese, okay.
If it's not long, read both.
It's not that long,
Okay,
so
we want to hear Chinese.
okay. So basically, it's a romance poem. I will start from Chinese and then English. 关关雎鸠，在河之洲。窈窕淑女，君子好逑。参差荇菜，左右流之。窈窕淑女，寤寐求之。求之不得，寤寐思服。悠哉悠哉，辗转反侧。参差荇菜，左右采之。窈窕淑女，琴瑟友之。参差荇菜，左右芼之。窈窕淑女，钟鼓乐之。So this is the Chinese. Let me come with some English version. Okay. you happen to know there is a bird, a kind of bird called ospreys. Ospreys is the bird that eats fish, usually hunt fish from high above by diving into the sea, into the water. So this is describing the love of two birds, two ospreys. By that, they represent the lovers. Okay. It's called Crying Ospreys. Merrily, the ospreys cry. On the islet in the stream, gentle and graceful is the girl, a fit wife for the gentleman. Short and long the floating water plants. Left and right you may pluck them. Gentle and graceful is the girl. Awake he longs for her and in his dreams. When the courtship has failed, awake he thinks of her and in his dreams. Filled with sorrowful thoughts, he tosses about, unable to sleep. Short and long the floating water plants. Left and right you may gather them. Gentle and graceful is the girl. He'd like to wed her, the chin and sir playing. Short and long the floating water plants. Left and right you may collect them. Gentle and graceful is the girl. He'd like to marry her, bells and drums beating. Thank you. So basically, they mentioned about chin and sir playing, bells and drums beating. The chin and sir is the ancient instrument, musical instrument in China.
And I'm going to recite a poem in my mother tongue, in Catalan. It's a poem that says, I will say peace. And it's written by Miquel Martí Pol, and it presents peace as something much more than absence of war. Peace becomes a word that gathers together nature, intimacy, solidarity, and human affection. The speaker says peace in order to name what it's missing, what its desire, and what can it build collectively between all of us. The poem suggests that peace can grow if people truly want it and protect it, and if people are protected from jealousies, exhaustions, and fear. It ends with a humble personal tone. Peace is something that we say when we talk to you, and it's expressing love for each other. Let's go for it. Diré la pau, de Miquel Martí Pol. Diré la pau per dir que alguna cosa madura en mi i a poc m'emplena d'una claror que abans no coneixia. Diré la pau com un esclat de fulles, com un vent fresc a ple estiu, com una ombra, com una gran mar, com una cosa oberta que acull a tothom i que tothom deleja. Diré la pau per dir els arbres que s'alcen davant mateix de la meva finestra, la neu al lluny i un cel sense cap núvol. Diré la pau per dir tot el que sento. Diré la pau per dir tot el que em manca, tot el que fuig i tot el que m'encisa. El temps caduc, l'espai i les paraules. Diré la pau per dir-me i per sentir-me. Diré la pau també per tots vosaltres. I junts, potser, si l'estimem amb força, si en fem l'escut contra neguits i enveges i un clar recert des d'on un tot recomenci, veurem com creix i esdevé el gest solemne, que confereix al gest el valor del símbol. Diré la pau des de la meva altura d'home senzill, amb dubtes i mancances. Diré la pau per tots vosaltres. Diré la pau per dir com us estimo. Moltes gràcies. Thank you very much.
That I wrote in Istanbul. It is called Glory. But the poem is choral. And in order to enjoy the effects of the poem, I want to just rehearse one line. And when I come to that line, if I want you to repeat that line 4 times or 5 times, it only occurs 4 times and 5 times in the poem. And it is only to say, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. It's a call. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We will repeat that 9 times in the poem. Since most of us here, or the majority are all poets, you will read from the lines why the 9 times. We will deduce it subsequently. The poem is entitled Glory. The background, the simple background is that about 5 High Court judges and 5 magistrates, including 2 principals, went to Turkey for a training program in international human rights, coordinated by TIGA. I was the head of the mission as the most senior High Court judge at Pundung High Court Annex. We had great experiences, and this night, commemorating Yunus Emre for peace, a celebrated Sufi, as a poet in my youthful days. Rumi and others are verses that I read when I was growing as a bear. I'll just go through the poem quickly. It's a little bit long, but all for the right purpose. The title of the poem is Glory. The 10th day of November, right after the 9th November, at the 9th hour, but shortly after the 5th minute, slowly but surely by the minute of the hour did not pass, the minute, but in no doubt the Father's minute, the nation's Father's minute, Kamel, inescapable to us all mere mortals, who parade the world's towers, towering high and low, so shall we all bend down low, in prayer and supplications, for further supplications, in our good and early days, and sorely for the good old days, for the fleeting love of life has doth cometh us down upon yonder hills, serene valleys, above the towering mountains, cistern basilica adorned. They said the return of the grandson from the far lands of the indigenes. Cistern basilica adorned. They said the return of the grandson of the Sultan of this great land. I shall call it Graceland, where the Quranic recitations have swelled the airs. In yesteryears of old, from the Sultan's palace, the verses of Quran read 24/7. From yesteryears to modern times, today we viewed and saw the artifacts of glory, the cradle of civilization, of the modern era as we thought discern from the Holy Scriptures, from the Bible and the Quran. We saw the rod of Moses, that great rod which parted the Red Sea in Pharaoh's days of old to let his people go to the promised promised lands. The rod that swallowed all the serpents of the Pharaoh, now monumentalized, crystallized at Takpopi Palace. Where around is Topkapi Palace in existence by the power of the pen, given to the scholars of old. Join us pilgrims at Topkapi Palace. In Turkey are these monuments, shrined as the letter of the Prophet Muhammad wrote, Sallallahu alayhi wasallam, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In the days of old at Topkapi Palace, and there are the arms of the Prophet, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, sallallahu alayhi wasallam, sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And there too are shrined at Topkapi Palace by the waters of the Turkey rivers in the city of Istanbul. I saw the pots that Prophet Abraham, the Khalil and friend of Allah, used for his days on earth until the last minute and more hours. The hour that awaits you and me, that does not spare one, but one by one. We called back to go. In eternity in paradise, I heard whispers of Serekunda, my town in the wars of Omar. Oh Allah, bless us. If we do not see again, may we meet in paradise. As Omar's friend from India, the Pakistanis, the Indians, the Africans, the Asians, the Europeans and Americans, the Australians and all humans, the Russians. I know a secret. Turkey is heavenly. I love Turkey. I was asked, was I the husband of the Queen of England? I responded no, because I am the living, waiting for the last minute to join the ancestors, the sultans and the bazaars. Where they went shall we all venture, for life's adventure to end begins at 40 days. Say, we shall stride along the pathways of Istanbul, the Europe side, and the Asia side. As we pen Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, her 17th birthday, and recorded in memoriam for Diana, the Princess of Wales of yesteryear's 1997. We pen for Turkey to be in the European Union, if that is their best destiny. But alas, the minute that awaits for everyone shall strike 9:05 on your day. Your big day to return to the heavens. To God belongs glory. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi rajiun. To Allah we comes from, solely to Him we shall return. Thank you.
We have poems to read, not written by us, but by great writers here in the Gambia. I would like Amadou S. Jallo to go first.
Assalamu alaikum. Actually, the poem I'm about to read is written by myself. Yes. The title is Transition. And we go in 3, 2, 1. I was asked to explain, like an explaintive, a past business transaction with dictators. So I time traveled to 2016. Titit, 06:06 a.m. I knock off the clock as the crow calls and rush to take a bath. But I can't pour water on my knuckles. My uncle is calling, my siblings are screaming about the possibility of this nation turning war-torn, imagining this nation of a poor people nation going to war. Run away, board a ferry or a fast ship and go beyond the borders, cause this township might sink. The man on the sea that said no, his butt is still not tired. So we run and run and run through alarms. Titit, 2016. Run away. The candidates have gone away. The country is breaking, but we know it needs fixing. We need the guns away. And even tailors untrained on scissors know this is a serious transition. So we run and run and run. We join the caravan on the bridge towards another alarm. See, the caravan to 2025 was a historic disaster. Saviors needing saving from survivors, breadwinners praying for bread from out-of-stock bakers, graduates hunting jobs from the jobless, and the man on the seat is on a jamboree on the seat. Titit, 2026. We call ourselves woke and peaceful, but we are still weak. We call ourselves woke, peaceful, but we are still weak, walking, trudging from early dictators to an alligator's mouth. What has changed? The seed or the person on the seed? See, we consume the seed, we feed on it, fed by shameless lying forehead in head positions they never fit for, yet never got to forfeit since 2006, even when this nation alarmed for a transition from 2017 to 2025. So what has changed in 2026? The name of the back route or the names of people dead through the route way back when it was called the back way. So sir, what has worked so far? It's so sad to work so hard and come so far and there is no return on investment. You see, this was good business, but with the wrong businessman. And war and conflict is not the answer, because our nations deserve better, right? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much from the Turkish ambassador, the rest of the excellencies here. Actually, I wrote this poem dedicated to my unborn daughter. This was before I got married. And it reads, Dear baby Sumaya, just to let you know that I'm fine. Trying above science to avoid fines. Not under pressure, neither I find. Dear baby Sumaya, I promise to be a good father. Get you an angel mother no matter farther the distance, I promise. Dear Dear baby Sumaya, I will choose for you a good teacher, a perfect match, a nation builder, a role model, a knowledge seeker, who will be your library, my shield, the flag bearer. Please, baby Sumaya, in case you meet me poor, know it's Allah's decree. Though I will still walk to the rim, in the event you meet me offshore, understand I only did to satisfy your degree. Forgive me my age if you meet me weak. Understand my gaze if I don't come home every week. Forgive my consent if I don't allow you to join other kids. Please help your mother with all chores. And in case I go someday and never return, don't forget to pray for me wherever this day come to pass. For so is life, nothing is meant to last. May our last moments be our best times. Thank you.
Okay, my colleagues here probably wrote their own poem, but I didn't. This is from Dr. Tijan Sala, titled Second Independence. Birds empty their dreams under the moon taillight. The hyenas must go. Birds will celebrate their fate. The hyenas have been greedy. They fed on every part of our forest. They trampled on the samplings. They trampled on the grass. They feasted on bad meat. They did their liberation with bad blood. The hyenas must go. Their fate is wreathed in rust. In the summer of our laughter, between whiffs and corn tassels, the hyenas stole our freedom, tossed our dreams into their jails to fan up some fears. The hyenas have been greedy. The hyenas must go. The hyenas must go with their praise singers and gong. We need to retrieve our laughter. We need to retrieve our hearts. So hyenas, the hyenas must go. We have no need for their cunning. In Bamako, in Banjul and Bangui, birds have campaigned to restore our laughter. They celebrate with couscous. They celebrate with their songs. The hyenas must go. They have ravaged our forest with terror. Birds celebrate their fate. More hyenas and more hyenas must go. Thank you.
The poem is على هذه الأرض, which basically translates to on this land. على هذه الأرض ما يستحق الحياة، تردد إبريل، رائحة الخبز في الفجر، آراء امرأة في الرجال، كتابات أسخيليوس، أول الحب، عشب على حجر، أمهات تقفن على خيط نايم، وخوف الغزاة من الذكريات. على هذه الأرض ما يستحق الحياة، نهاية أيلول، سيدة تترك 40 بكامل مشمشها، ساعة الشمس في السجن، غيم يقلد سرابا من الكائنات، هتفات شعب لمن يصعدون إلى حتفهم باسمين، وخوف الطغاة من الأغنيات. على هذه الأرض ما يستحق الحياة، على هذه الأرض سيدة الأرض، أم البدايات، أم النهايات. كانت تسمى فلسطين، صارت تسمى فلسطين.
famous poets of the 20th century in Turkey. He was born in 1914 but was demised very early in 1950. Before starting, I would also like to say hello to Ambassador of Cuba and Sierra Leone, and also my colleague Pafal, the Serbian Honorary Consul. Thank you for coming. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. Önce hafiften bir rüzgar esiyor. Yavaş yavaş sallanıyor yapraklar ağaçlarda. Uzaklarda, çok uzaklarda, sucuların hiç durmayan çıngırakları. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. Kuşlar geçiyor derken, yükseklerden sürü sürü, çığlık çığlık, ağlar çekiliyor dalyanlarda. Bir kadının suya değiyor ayakları. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. Serin serin kapalı çarşı, cıvıl cıvıl Mahmut Paşa, güvercin dolu avlular, çekiç sesleri geliyor doklardan, güzelim bahar rüzgarında ter kokuları. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. Başımda eski alemlerin sarhoşluğu, loş kayıkhaneleriyle bir yalı, dinmiş lodosların uğultusu içinde. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. Bir yosma geçiyor kaldırımdan. Küfürler, şarkılar, türküler, laf atmalar. Bir şey düşüyor elinden yere, bir gül olmalı. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. İstanbul'u dinliyorum, gözlerim kapalı. Bir kuş çırpınıyor eteklerinde. Alnın sıcak mı değil mi bilmiyorum. Dudakların ıslak mı değil mi bilmiyorum. Beyaz bir ay doğuyor fıstıkların arkasından. Kalbinin vuruşundan anlıyorum. İstanbul'u dinliyorum.
que el gorf